Yu-Gi-Oh! As a game has brought me and connected me to people that I never would have been able to have the pleasure of knowing in my life if it wasn't for the game. The memories and the pure nostalgia that the game brings to me are like that of no other. The memories of waking up early on Saturday mornings and watching the TV show, being excited for that new episode coming out that day. Also the memories of opening up packs with my cousin, hoping that we could somehow manage to pull that very last copy of Book of Moon that we've been hoping to get for weeks now. The game is constantly evolving and changing, and so are its players. I have come a long way in my Yu-Gi-Oh! Journey, and I still have a long way to go. Thank you all for being here and following me on my journey. Today, we have a brand new adventure, our very first 3v3 at Easy Card Gaming in Greensboro, North Carolina. Hello everyone and welcome back to Dark Magical Gaming. It has been way too long since I have filmed a video in this style, in this position, but I have missed all of you. I have missed doing content like this for you guys, and today I have got a very special experience for you. As you saw by the intro, I managed to play in my very first 3v3 this past weekend at Easy Card Gaming in Greensboro, North Carolina, and it was an absolute blast. I really hope to go to more 3v3s in the immediate future. This style of tournament really just showed me just how out of the box it is, and just it brought a new light to Yu-Gi-Oh! For me. This definitely has set the bar as far as Yu-Gi-Oh! Goes. One thing that really stood out to me about the 3v3 is normally in a match, a single match, player versus player, is the fact that you only have a side deck. That is normally the only tool that you have. But in a 3v3 situation, you not only have a side deck, but you have the two people to help you on the ends as well. So the way a 3v3 works is you play a best 2 out of 3 with the person across from you, as do your partners. You have player A, player B, and player C. Whoever is sitting in the middle of the table is player B. Player B can communicate with player C as well as player A. But however, player A and player C cannot communicate with one another. Also, messages cannot be passed from player A to player C through player B, and vice versa. So you genuinely want to have the most knowledgeable player on your team in the middle to be able to help out both of you, or at least have the player in the middle that knows how to pilot both decks that are being played on the end. For this event, I did choose to play Phantom Knights. I really wanted to play Dark Magician, but we don't yet have the Magician's Salvation Field spell that is dropping in the Megatons. If I can just manage to get my hands on one, we're going to play Dark Magician in the next big tournament that I go to. So stick around and look out for the update on the 3v3 coming up in just a second. How you feeling?
Feeling pretty good.
How about yourself?
Excited.
Me too, me too. YCS Pizza Hut before the tournament.
No one outduels the hut.
Okay, so we're getting ready for the 3v3. We have about 3 hours, 2 hours until it's time to go.
Team Dark Horse, whoop!
What's everybody playing today, and how do you feel?
I am playing Bonding game with no power bond.
How do you feel? You've had some success in the past with Cyber Dragons lately.
I feel pretty good. I feel like I know the deck very well. I guess my only matchup that's can kind of go back and forth is just Virtual World. But like everything else, I feel like I can do pretty well against.
Yeah. How about you in the back?
I'm playing Tri Brigade with 3 Max C because no one will see it coming.
Oh man, that's good.
Yeah,
that's
no one.
good.
No. Playing Tri Brigade, I feel pretty good about it. So
I'm going with obviously Phantom Knights today. Had some success with it the past few weeks, so hopefully
I ain't gotta worry about coming in second to that.
Yeah.
This time.
Hopefully it continues to do well for me.
and you're playing Phantom Knights with Dark Magician in the deck.
Yeah.
Because you can't. Get Dark Magician
Have to have the channel mascot in there somehow.
So.
Okay.
Without the Red Eyes Fusion package.
Yeah. Just one Dark Magician.
When we'll
That's
summon
it.
Dark Magician attack for game.
It's in case I get contact seed. I'll just tribute summon it.
Great deck.
What are you doing? That neither you or your opponent will be able to use Max C, but you still have to banish your copy. and your to negate your opponent's property.
Okay, so matchups with the 3v3. So my first initial thoughts are I didn't really know what to think about the 3v3 going in. I was very excited. I was very nervous. Once I sat down, I looked to my right and I see one of my best friends, Ty Payne. Then at the very end of the table, I see one of my other best friends, Justin Perkins. And I look down and I just say, this is just going to be a spectacular day, no matter how everything goes. So we end up, round 1, I play against Dragon Link. And unfortunately for me, these were my worst hands I drew all day. Game 1, the only thing that I could do was set a Seer and pass. I didn't open up any other extenders, no other level 3s. He quickly just overwhelms me. He's playing Dragon Link. So I end up siding. Game 2, I go first. The only playable card I open up is Graph. So once again, I set Graph, and I just could never get any grounds to get anything going. So not the best way to start off your 3v3 experience, but that's okay. My friend on the end, Justin, player C, he did manage to win his round against Dragon Link. The player in the middle, Ty, he had one small mishap that unfortunately cost him the match against Virtual World. It was down to the wire. So we start off X1 in the 3v3, but that's okay. Things look up. Round 2, I play against Pure Tenyi, which this deck is always just so impressive whenever I sit down to play against it. If you're not able to stop them, they can definitely do a lot of crazy things in their deck. I do end up taking this match 2-0 against Pure Tenyi, as well as my other 2 members also end up winning theirs. So, going into round 3, I play against Earth Machines, and this deck is wild. The amount of things that this deck can end up doing and the lines of play this deck has, I always enjoy watching Skilled Pilot play this deck. I end up winning my match 2-0. My friend Justin at the end of the table, I do believe he won as well against the second Dragon Link player for the day. And the match of the day definitely goes to my friend Ty in the middle, who is playing Cyber Dragons against Tri-Brigade Zoo. I was joking around with the guys after this match and saying that we all needed a Xanax milkshake because of how intense this match was. It ended up being a Red Eyes Fusion off the top with Dark Magician and Red Eyes Black Dragon in hand, ended up taking this match. So that was definitely a nail biter. Going into round 4, I sit down and play against a team from the Raleigh, North Carolina area. Shoutouts to you, King Kazi and Ryan Johnson. Always enjoy getting to play against you guys. Thank you so much for making the drive coming up from Raleigh. You're both phenomenal players, as well as your friend that I played against. I did not manage to catch his name. He was playing, I do believe it was Pure Tri-Brigade. I don't recall seeing any Zoo. I end up losing game 1 to him. Game 2 I end up winning, and then while we're in the middle of game 3, unfortunately both of my partners had ended up losing, so that there was no point in continuing with our match. So I did have a pretty good hand, but he had a very strong board of that of Apollosa, Bow of the Goddess, as well as a set Tri-Brigade Revolt, probably with multiple hand traps in his hands. So maybe I could have gotten through all of it, but you never know until you play it out. So unfortunately, going X2 is going to mean that we are unable to make Top Cut, so we simply spend the rest of the day supporting the rest of our friends in their Top Cut adventure. Shoutouts to Team Luckies for taking first place, and shoutouts to Ryan Johnson's team for taking second, and shoutouts to my friends Arturo, Steven, and Michael for getting third place. So I'm definitely coming for you guys next time. I'm going to be a little bit more prepared and see if we can't get something going on the next 3v3. Definitely look forward to it. Also, shoutouts to my good friend Carter Wood for taking home a door prize, 1 box of Ancient Guardians. Congratulations, bro. You deserve it. How was your 3v3 experience today?
It was great. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed getting carried by my teammates.
Same, honestly.
No. I got carried.
I chill. I also enjoyed having someone else to blame our failures on.
That's right.
So,
that's always a good
when
thing.
I won, it was me. When I lost, it was somebody else. Yeah.
I adapted the same philosophy. How do you feel about 3v3s? Is this something that you've done before? Do you feel as if you want Konami to be more supportive of these style of tournaments? We were actually talking to some friends over the course of the weekend, talking about the potential that there could be essentially regional flights held in the 3v3 fashion, where everyone on the said winning team would be able to get an invite to that year's nationals. Yeah, tell me your thoughts. Tell me your thoughts on the 3v3s and how you feel about them as a whole. Don't forget that with the release of Magician's Salvation means that the Dark Magician is returning very soon. I'm going to be dropping a trailer before much longer on Season 2 of the Dark Magician Journey, so be on the lookout for that. One small hint I will give you on my next variant of Dark Magician is just simply that it is going to be amazing. Does that kind of just give it away? Here's a better one. I can definitely say that these two engines being mixed together is the ticket. I'll see myself out. Thank you guys for watching.